My name is Daniel Webb, and I'm a fellow of the AAML Texas chapter, and I am a new fellow that joined in 2021.
My name is Kerry Mogerman. I'm a fellow of the Missouri chapter, and this year I'm serving as president of the Academy. I joined the Academy in 1995.
So, Kerry, one of the things that we're being asked to talk about today is, what is the AAML and why should someone join?
Well, the AAML exists to provide leadership that promotes the highest degree of professionalism and excellence in the practice of family law. And the AAML and each of its fellows aspire to be inclusive of lawyers of varying gender, national origins, racial and ethnic backgrounds, sexual orientation, gender identity, and lawyers with disabilities and geographic locations. Among our membership, outreach, and our governance and our leadership. Being a fellow of the AAML provides the opportunity to meet new colleagues in all 50 states, exchange thoughts and ideas to the betterment of family law, and to elevate the practice of family law by access to nationwide resources. AAML membership garners respect and exemplifies the highest professionalism and collegiality in family law.
Thanks, Kerry. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Thanks, Danny.
Hi, I'm Ben Stevens. I'm a fellow located in South Carolina.
Hi, my name's Libby James. I'm a fellow located in North Carolina. So Ben, how do I join the AAML?
Well, requirements vary by state. If your state has board certification, you must be board certified to be eligible to apply. Some states require you to take the national examination and/or written state exam. Please check with your chapter for the specific requirements or contact the national office at 1-800-399-3782. The next step is for attorneys to visit aaml.org and apply for fellowship by clicking on the button, Apply for Fellowship. You'll receive an application after you provide some preliminary information and confirm that you've read our bounds of advocacy. You then complete the application and submit an application fee of $250. National AAML will confirm receipt of your application and send evaluation forms to the fellows in your chapter, to judges that you designate, and peer references that you provide. Once the application and evaluation forms are completed and returned to the national office, they're reviewed and the application and forms are sent to the chapter board of examiners for the state where you practice. You're then interviewed by the chapter board of examiners, and if required in that state, you'll take the state written test. If your chapter requires you to take the written national examination, you'll be notified about the next available date for the examination. It's given 3 times per year, and you'll be provided materials from which the exam is prepared. The National Board of Examiners will review and make the decision on applicants at an executive committee meeting, and those happen 5 times per year. The Board of Examiners will then notify the chapter president of the decision on your application, and a week or so after that, the applicant is notified with further instructions.
Ben, did you have to take a national exam or a state exam?
I had to take the national exam. South Carolina, fortunately, does not have a state exam.
I had to take the North Carolina exam, but there was no national test for me.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Lindsay. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I am a past president of the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers. I've been practicing law for many years and have enjoyed the Academy and all of its relationships and all that it has had to offer me over all these years. I'm also involved with the National Board of Trial Advocacy, which is as a relationship with the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers and is one of the side benefits of becoming a fellow.
My name is Keelu Davis. I am out of Scottsdale, Arizona. I just look at it. I've been practicing for quite some time. I've been in the Academy. I don't even know how long I've been in the Academy, but I always consider myself a new fellow, even though everyone says I'm not. I am also a fellow of the IAFL. I am a diplomat of the American College of Family Trial Lawyers. And just, I love the Academy. I could go on for hours, but Elizabeth, wanted to ask you, who are the best candidates for, fellowship within the Academy?
Yeah, so those lawyers who've been practicing for 10 years, who are developing a practice that they want to get to the highest or the next highest level, I think that is they're the good candidates to build your resume for the application process and to become a fellow. We want to see commitment to the family bar through writing newsletters and articles, presenting at CLEs, giving back to the legal community, and being seen as someone who is improving and dedicated to increasing the professionalism and excellence in family law. We also want to see lawyers who are trying cases and have experience. So work with your partners to be sure to have the opportunity to cross-examine a custody evaluator or cross-examine a business valuation expert. All of these trial skills and soft skills about giving back to the community are things that we're looking for in candidates. You have to do everything. There's lots of ways to give, and the application has many opportunities to use as examples. But those lawyers who want to practice and want to keep practicing, because Keela, when you said, you get the best legal minds, I learned so much from talking to people across the country about how things are done differently, that you can bring that back into your jurisdiction and raise that standard or try this new approach that might actually be a dynamic tool for your cases.
Thank you very much for sitting down with me. This has been very educational, and I've learned a lot.
Thanks, Kilo. I love being with you. You know it.
Hello, I'm Julia Swain. I'm a fellow of the Pennsylvania chapter, and I'm a partner at Fox Rothschild in Philadelphia.
Hi there, my name is Cheryl Hepburn. I'm a past president of the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers. I practice in Maryland, and I've thoroughly enjoyed being a fellow of the Academy for many, many years.
How long is the application process?
Well, generally the process takes between 6 and 14 months, but it depends, of course, on a number of variables, including scheduling the chapter interview and the written examination required by your chapter, if any, and the national test, which, as you know, is only given 3 times a year, generally February, June, and October. In addition, the Academy must have receipt of the required evaluations and references from the people that you have named, the judges and the peers with whom you have practiced, and sometimes National must remind them to send in the evaluation forms. And lastly, there is a review by the National Board of Examiners, which usually meets 5 times a year.
Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Natalia Wilson, and I am a managing partner at a family law firm in Washington, D.C. I practice in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. And I had the great fortune of becoming a fellow in 2017. And that's me, Natalia Wilson. Jim?
Thank you. I'm Jim McLaren. I'm a fellow from South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. I've been a family law attorney for about 46 years. I was admitted to the Academy in 1994. At that time, I had been practicing about 18 years. And so that was 28 years ago. The Academy is a wonderful organization. I hope to tell you about it. In 2014 and 15, I was president of the Academy, which was really the high point of my professional career. It was really something that was beyond what I imagined, and I was happy to do that. And I'm happy to do this. I'm happy to tell you about the Academy and why you should join.
If an applicant is required to take the national exam, you mentioned there are materials that are provided for when they're studying. Where do they get those materials from?
The national will provide them when they're told about the test and where they're going to take it and that sort of thing. Well in advance of the test, they will be provided by national with a bibliography and list of materials they need to study.
So all of the topics that will be tested on the exam, everything that will be covered will be provided by the national office to the applicant?
Yes, and typically those materials are compiled by the same committee that writes the test. So people with knowledge of the test and sensitivity to the questions are also providing the study guides and the study information.
Well, Jim, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Hello, my name is Ronique Bastine Robinson, and I am a fellow with the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers. I became a fellow in 2019, and since then, I have been very active in the Academy in committees and subcommittees. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Catherine Murphy. I am a fellow from Texas, and I have been a fellow of the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers for approximately 20 years.
Is the application process confidential?
Absolutely. Everyone on both the National and State Board of Examiners has a duty to keep your application and the contents confidential.
Hi, my name is Lauren Waddell. I'm a fellow from Houston, Texas, and I've been a fellow of the Academy since 2012. And we're happy to be here today to answer some frequently asked questions from people that are considering applying to the Academy.
I'm Peter Walzer. I'm from Los Angeles, California, and I've been a fellow of the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers since 1997, and I'm a past president of the American Academy and also a president of the Southern California chapter. So let's get started, Lauren. What do you take it away?
Who decides whether I'll be admitted?
Well, that ultimately the National Board of Examiners, and that's a group of people on the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers Executive Committee, but not everybody on the Executive Committee is in the National Board of Examiners, and they have the final say. And even if the chapter votes against you, the National Board of Examiners can reverse the chapter, and that's how it goes. They have the final say.
You're wonderful. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Samantha Gemberling, and I am a fellow from the state of Minnesota. I've been a fellow of the Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers since 2012.
And my name is Lee Rosenberg. I'm from New York, and I've been a fellow of the Academy since 2006. Hi, Samantha.
Morning. So Lee, if something changes in my practice or in my application, do I have the opportunity to amend or supplement my application when the application is already pending?
Of course it can. If you have any changes or anything that needs to be supplemented to your application, all you have to do is contact the national office before your application is reviewed by the National Board of Examiners.
My name is Catherine Gentle, and I have been a fellow of the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers since 2019, so almost 4 years, and I am located in Birmingham, Alabama.
My name is Richard Rohn, and I have been a fellow of the AAML for 21 years. I practice in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Do fellows advertise their membership? And if so, how does a fellow do that?
Yes, since fellows have a great sense of pride in membership in the AAML, most fellows do advertise, if not all fellows do advertise their membership in the AAML. There are many ways to do this. You can use the AAML logo, also known as a badge, on your personal and law firm marketing materials, websites, social media, on your signature block, on your email correspondence and things of that nature. Fellows may also link websites and social media profiles to the AAML website and profiles officially there. And it's also important to keep those updated. And so as older fellows like me, who've been around for a long time, may not be as savvy as some younger millennial fellows, it is important that we continue to provide those links to our social media sites, and also to regularly update our AAML profile that's on the website. Because it's important that fellows who are looking for another fellow in another state for a reference or referral have updated information as to the counties in which you practice, perhaps recent CLE programs that you might have presented, or things of that nature that are personal to your practice. So it's important to keep your own profile updated, and you have the ability to do that at the national level.